Lena stared at the stars above in fear as she raced through the streets on her bike. It was 8 o'clock and the solstice had not yet passed. Still dark at this hour. Still treacherous for a young person with a wild imagination. Just her, the moonlight, and the fear of the above. She pedaled furiously, shifting her gears with precision, but just like a field mouse scurrying with all its might, there was no outrunning a swooping hawk with its piercing talons and razor-sharp beak, weapons forged by evolution with a singular purpose: to rip people like Lena into shreds, exposing the entrails, giving way to one delightful little meal. The moon was chasing her with an unwavering speed, about 10 minutes away from home. She looked up again. Were they there looking down on her? When were they going to snatch her up, right off her bike, lifted into the sky and upwards into the ship? Those cavernous dark eyes, their menacing curiosity. Don't think about that, she thought. Just get home. Get to your room. Pretend all is fine. She was supposed to be home well before the streetlights popped on. That was the sign. It had always been the sign. Her shadow swirled around her as the streetlights shone from one block to another. Please don't kill me, she said, a tear snatched from her eye by the wind and hurled into the nothingness of the night. Lena! A voice called out from the dark behind her. She squeezed the brakes on her bike handles, skidding to a stop. Who was it? Lena, it's me, the voice called out again. A figure on a bike rolled forward out of the dark touch of shadow into the exposing white and droning street lamp that held just above this particular street corner. Charles? Yeah, where are you going in such a hurry? Lena glanced at the skies for a second, then turned to Charles, the boy down the street she sometimes rode bikes with. He liked to ride on people's lawns, which Lena was always against, but he had a cute smile and there was something nice and special in his heart. At least special enough for a 12-year-old prepubescent member of the opposite sex. My parents are going to kill me. I'm late. I doubt they'd kill you, Charles said. Maybe torture you for a few hours, but that's it. Charles chuckled at his joke, but there was no sign of a smile on Lena's face. You don't know them. Then it dawned on her. An idea. A way out. I need to show you something, she said. It's just up ahead in the woods over on the end of Grand Street on the bike trail. Charles checked his watch. We're not supposed to go there after dark. It's closed. Lena knew how to get to Charles. She simply flashed her smile, the curls at the end of her grin perking up towards her cheeks. She observed the expression on his face transform in real time. But why the woods? I'll show you when we get there. Time was against her. With every minute that passed, she imagined her parents' angered faces welcoming her home to an eternity of punishments. I don't know, he said. Look at this. The front light of her bike flipped on. So cool, Charles said. I need one of those. I can lead the way, Lena smiled. She then pedaled away before Charles could change his mind. Suddenly, she was less scared of the night sky. Charles's presence alone squelched some of those fears. Her parents would love a visit. She looked back to make sure Charles was still on her tail. Slow down, he yelled up towards her. No rest for the wicked, she yelled back. They passed several streetlights and made it to the trail at the end of Grand Street. They both came to a stop to catch their breath. Wait, aren't you supposed to be home by now? Your parents are going to eat you alive. Nah, they won't. I'll handle them. Don't worry about me. I know how to work them. I'm sure you do, Charles said through a stare he held a bit too long. Okay, but where are we going? You need to see this to understand. You're not going to believe your fucking eyes. Oh, Charles said. I like it. I like it. Please show the way. A pause. I'd go anywhere with you. The compliment froze Lena. Her face flushed red, but you couldn't tell in the dark cover of night. I knew he had a crush on me, she thought. I just knew it. She loved the thought. I mean, if the place is cool and shit, you know, like, just come on, lover boy, this is gonna rock your world. She rode cautiously down the dark dirt path that sliced through the woods. Occasionally, she looked towards the sky, fear creeping back in. They rode for a good 10 minutes, eventually getting off trail and deeper into the quiet and calm of dense trees and foliage and crickets chirping, wind whirling through a canopy of tree limbs above them, hiding much of the night sky and all its menace. Okay, stop. Charles put his legs down and sat motionless on his bike. I don't know about this. It's literally right on the other side of this fallen tree just ahead. I come here all the time. It's safe and it's hidden. It's my special place on this planet and you just gotta see it. Charles hesitated still. You serious? Let's go, lover boy. You going to let a little girl like myself ride around this place all by my lonesome? What if aliens abduct me? You and your fear of aliens. You might sing a different tune when I show you what I've found out here. What is it? Lena didn't answer. She just pressed forward and led the way on her bike, past the fallen stump, the trail finally giving way to a massive clearing in the woods. Flattened grass rustled below their tires as they rode into the center of the patch, the perimeter walled off by an army of oaks protecting this sacred place from onlookers and disturbances. Moonshadows now danced at their feet as they walked towards the center of the circular meadow. Now come here, Lena said, inviting Charles to join her in the middle of this godless place. Charles complied, although nervously. He joined her at the center. Wait, he said. I need to turn the light on your bike and face it over here because this place is kind of freaking me out if I'm being honest. Oh, Lena said. You're not going to need that light. I've got something stronger. A flashlight? Stronger. What is it? She grabbed his hands with her hands. I'm sorry. For what? A massive droning spotlight smacked down directly on them from the sky above. Holy fuck, Charles said, his eyes in wonder and confusion as he glared up into the blinding lights. They were different from lights he'd ever seen before, somehow denser and full of life themselves, as if the light could reach out and grab him. No, what is this? My parents were going to be so mad at me, Lena said, her eyes now elongated on her face, fully blackened like liquid obsidian. No whites, no irises or pupils, just ink slick and mirrored glassiness. They were not the eyes of a human being. What the fuck are you? Grateful, she said. Grateful that my parents will accept you as a gift and they'll forget how late I was tonight. What? They'll be too concerned with what they'll need to do to you. The lights lifted them, leaving their bikes behind.
The dark night sky returned to its blackness, and a quiet calm returned to the woods.
Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. New original short horror stories every Thursday. Share this with a friend who needs their day ruined during their commute.